Hello everyone, Clint here. I hope everyone is having a good day. Today I want to talk about my Z Fold 3 and a case that I just recently got. And that is the LaterCase Galaxy Z Fold 3 Cyber Edition. So it actually covers that camera hump with the case. LaterCase be what it is. I really like their cases. I had one on my Z Fold 2, which was probably my main case that I wore on it most of the time. And I'm a really big fan of the Aramid fiber cases. Pretty much every iPhone I've had for a long time, I've had the Pitaka case, which is also Aramid fiber, but Pitaka is very limited in what phones cases they make. So iPhones, certain Samsungs, they make cases, but not for something like the Z Fold 3, so I have to go somewhere else for it. And I know there's other places you can go, but I do like the LaterCase. It's pretty good, and this one is for the Z Fold 3, so let's take a look at it real quick. Typical LaterCase packaging as of late. Originally they had some pretty bad packaging, but the last 3 or 4 that I've bought, they've been really nice. Box is good, and it's got like a little clipper there. I know boxes aren't that exciting, but this one is a pretty neat box. Slides out and it reveals the wonderful Aramid fiber case there. It has like a 2-piece box, which I think is neat. It has like a little thing here that goes into that and then kind of locks in there, so you have this piece and then your front piece here at the bottom. I like that. So let's peel this off. And every time I grab one of these, even still, like, I'm always shocked at how thin they are. I mean, they're really a thin case. And even like Pitaka's cases are super thin, and Pitaka somehow is able to get the MagSafe magnets inside that super thin case, which, I don't know, Aramid fiber is pretty cool. So inside here you have the LaterCase logo here on the back part. As you can tell, it goes all the way through, and it has the Cyborg edition, so it's going to go all the way over the top of that, which is great. The front here, again, this is so thin, it feels like it's just going to break, but it won't break. I never even had an issue with my Z Fold 2 version of this, and so I don't think it'll break, even though it's super thin. It even has like all these like holes in the top of it, and I bet you it still will be just fine. There is some adhesive on the front piece here, which is pretty common with the Fold cases. I do not ever use them because I do still like to take my cases on and off, so I never use adhesive on anything. So, well, let's take a look at what it looks like on the phone here. So easy enough. No problem there. And let's see, we put this one on here, and yeah, that pops right on there too. And now let's see what it looks like. Open. Yeah, that looks good, huh? Minus the phone. Looks like I've been licking it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's super thin. Looks like, and if you haven't had one of these cases, I recommend at least trying one, because the feel of one of these is just, it's crazy. It feels soft, but you know it's hard. And they're tough as nails. I've never had one get messed up at all, and I've had a lot of them for long periods of time too. Anyways, this looks pretty good. Let's look at the slots here on the bottom. Power, mic, your speaker holes look good. Here on the top, you have the earpiece speaker, and then the speaker itself, a couple more mics, which look pretty good. And I just now noticed here, a lot of people don't realize there is a little mic right there on the Z Fold underneath there, and they got that popped out there. Well, I've seen some cases that forego that, and it will definitely mess up some of your video if you cover up that case. The front here, let's see what we got here. We got look at that. I mean, it doesn't give you much resivity at all there, so it's I mean, any of these Aramid cases we can definitely say is not designed for much protection. It is designed more for scratch protection, and I use them more for grip, because opening this phone can be pretty slippery on the original phone. I was really hoping Samsung would fix that on the 3, but they didn't. It's still super slippery, so having a case on here is easier to open it. So that's one of the things they do nice for these thin cases. And I mean, this feels exactly like the phone. This is so thin that I can't tell any difference from the phone itself. So you might even want to maybe Frankenstein this case because it's so thin here on the back. Because as you can tell, the problem, no S Pen holder. So if you're looking for an S Pen holder, maybe you could, let's try that real quick. We can maybe let's take the front off here, and let's throw on the Spigen thin fit front piece here that actually holds that S Pen. Okay, that pops on there. I don't even know where my S Pen is. Where's the S Pen? S Pen, S Pen, S Pen. It's over here. So let's get that in there like that. So if you needed to hold your S Pen for whatever reason, you can do that. And then, have this on the back of it instead of the more thicker Spigen. Depends if if you're looking for protection or not. If you're not, if you're really just trying to hold your S Pen, you can Frankenstein that a little bit. But you can just see sitting next to the Spigen here, you can see right here how much thinner this is compared to like the Spigen case. And this is the thin fit, so this is actually the thin version of their case. So and it's just, these are just, I guess, just micro thin, these later cases. So if otherwise it's a good case. Let me get this back off of here. If you did have it by itself without that front piece, because if you don't like the front piece for whatever reason, it doesn't look too bad because it is so thin. It doesn't really give you the different look. Like if you have just the back of this on and not the front, it looks a little funny. So you can do that, but it gives you a little bit better grip to open it. I like that too. We'll see how it runs because I'm not a huge fan of these front ones, but the front one here is so thin. I think we'd be okay, because one of the problems I have with the front case is trying to get my slide out over here. Oh yeah, this is working good. Yep, no problems here. A lot of times, a lot of these front cases, I can't get to that, and it just kind of spins or slides the screen itself. And when I just want to get that, and I use this all the time for split screen stuff. As you can tell, I got all kinds of split screen stuff on there. I use it quite a bit. So that's important for me. So a lot of times I'll just take this front piece off, but maybe I can leave this one on for a little while. Trim those little guys off because I'm still not going to stick it on there, but it stays on there pretty well. I'll have to try it out for a week or so to see if it stays on, or if it does become floppy. We'll see how that works out. But anyways, great case. If you're looking for the thinnest case you can get, this is definitely right up there with you. Very similar to the Samsung Aramid fiber case, the way they feel. So I don't know if you want to check either one of those out. But these ones are a little pricey. They always have been. So it's around $55. I think I had a little coupon code for it, so it probably cost me $50. So they're a little pricey, but it's really good quality, and I really like the case. They've done really well for me. But anyways, thanks to everybody for staying till the end of this. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one.